All right, folks, we got Bitcoin coming in at 25,183 on a massive pump right now, even though the stock market is pretty much dumped down 200 points today. Bitcoin doesn't care. Bitcoin's doing what it wants because Bitcoin's following the 4-year cycles. Now, the question on everybody's mind is, have we hit bottom? Is the bottom over? I'm waiting for my $10,000, $15,000 Bitcoin. Am I going to get it? Well, probably not. I think you did miss that. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to play a clip from Cryptos R Us, who's talking about the 4-year cycles, and Crypto the Rand Man. I do believe that $15,000 Bitcoin is ancient history. I could be wrong. Anything can happen. This is crypto. We could get a black swan event. But if you follow the 4-year cycles, Bitcoin is basically slowly making its way back up. Maybe we'll hit $30,000 at some point in the next month, then dump back down to 25 and hang out there for a while. But it does look like we are coming out of this. So here's a Cryptos R Us, George, talking a little bit about the 4-year cycles and how they're matching up perfectly to how they have every year so far.
That happened, I mean, actually not just once, but very often. In 2019 it happened. So take a look right now, according to halving cycle, right? If you look at where we are, we're exactly where we are supposed to be. Coming off from the top, going back down to that very low bottom point and recovering upwards, right? And in 2018, leading to 2019, Bitcoin had a tremendous run up to that same Fibonacci level, right? It went from 3,000 to 14,000 within a matter of months. And then unfortunately we came back down again a little bit because it was a little bit too fast, right? So if you're looking at our current trajectory, which is in red right now, right? We're at exactly the point before Bitcoin tends to run up quite a lot because we're coming off from bottom. Now the blue one,
So interestingly, if you follow this chart of the last 3 cycles, everything is matching up to a T. You know, the interesting thing is the stock market's dumping. There's a lot of negativity out there. Even like Coinbase is down a little bit today because it's a stock. But Bitcoin's kind of like, I don't care. I'm following the halving. I don't care what the markets are doing. I'm following the halving. And that's why on this channel, I've been preaching the halving ever since I started this channel. I made a lot of mistakes by not following the Bitcoin 4-year cycle when I started. And a year and a half ago, I told myself, I'm following that halving because it always works. And look at this chart, to a T. We bottomed out at 15,000, slowly making our way back up. We'll probably have a little bit of a dump going back down to 23, 25,000. And then we'll getting closer to the halving. We'll basically just go up from there. And that's what we're seeing in the market right now with Bitcoin over $25,000. Crypto Ram was talking a little bit about today. I'm not a big fan of Crypto Ram, but occasionally he makes some points. And he does have a good gauge on the market when he's not shilling scams, but he kind of talks a little bit about it here.
It's going to turn around. Then when the inflation numbers came out, I said to you guys, the inflation numbers, the market is misreading the inflation numbers, and we can expect a pump. And then we started to get the pump. And I told you guys that at that point that you have to respect the pump because I'm seeing all the signs now that we're actually back in a bull market. So a lot of people are very, very scared to admit the fact that we're in a bull market. I said to you guys that I think based on the evidence that I'd seen, based on the fact that the market was moving on bad news, it was recovering quickly on bad news, and it was moving very fast on good news, and we were getting into a market which was not a buy the rumor, sell the news market, but it was buy the rumor and buy or keep holding it when the news came out. And all those signs for me said to me that we were entering a new phase in the market, that this time we're entering an absolute bull market. A lot of people were negative, a lot of people were skeptical. Mainly the people who were skeptical were the ones who were sitting on the sidelines and had missed the pump. And they were salty. They were very, very, very salty. I mean, I even sent Fred a message this morning. I sent him a funny message and he didn't laugh. He said, I didn't respect the pump. And so I got liquidated. I'll show you the message that I sent Fred this morning. I mean, we don't want Freddie to lose his money, but you can't stand in front of the moving train. You have to respect the pump. Super important that everybody now respects the pump. So I said to him, for those of you who can't see it, I want to just show you why we're in a new phase in this market. The first thing is, if you think about where we are this year, the first thing is that the SEC a week ago pretty much attacked staking in the United States. Where are we? We've recovered, and we've gone straight back up above the levels where the SEC attacked.
So Ram makes some valid points there. Even with all this negativity and the SEC coming out, we're getting a little bit, we get a dump and then we come right back up. That means there's renewed interest in the market. There is renewed sentiment and people really do want to be a part of this market. And the 4-year cycles are basically following to a T. You know, you got guys like Gareth Soloway, who I respect, and I really think Gareth Soloway is great, and he called the top, and, you know, but he was calling for a $10,000 Bitcoin. He basically said he wasn't going to be heavily accumulating until we get down below 12,000. And I was talking to a buddy of mine about this not too long ago, and I said eventually Gareth Soloway is going to be wrong. And that bottom may have been $15,000, and he was calling for a 12, but he's going to miss out on giant gains. Now, Gareth Soloway is already rich, so it doesn't matter to him. He's a trader. But a lot of people who follow Gareth Soloway, who really want to reach financial freedom, like myself, like I do, in the next bull market, they might not get there because a lot of these YouTubers were just way too bearish. And that's why I've been saying on this channel, once Bitcoin drops 70%, once we've been in the bear market for a year, once Cardano and your favorite altcoin dropped over 90%, you got to be buying. If not, why are you here? Go do something else. Buy gold. Buy stocks. Why are you in crypto? All you got to do is follow the 4-year cycles. We already dropped 90%. Just start buying. Not all. You got $10,000, put $6,000 in. And if we dump more, that's great. If we don't dump more, just hold it to the next bull market. I mean, we were in a position a couple months ago where if you put $20,000 in this market into an altcoin, a top 10 altcoin, Cardano, Matic, whatever, that turns into hundreds of thousands of dollars in a couple years. That's a house. To change people's lives. You can retire, turn it into a rental property. And we're getting to that point now where people are still afraid to buy. Eventually, you're going to be buying Bitcoin at $35,000, $40,000, $45,000. There's no point. You're halfway to all-time highs. Once we hit $30,000 Bitcoin, we're halfway to all-time highs. Why even buy it? At least with Cardano, if Cardano gets to 50 cents, you at least have another 5x, 4x, 5x to get to that $3 all-time high. It almost gets to the point with Bitcoin, it's almost not worth it. At $15,000, $16,000, $17,000, yeah, but at this point, like, what are you waiting for? If you just want a 2x, you can buy Apple stock or Amazon or whatever, or Tesla, buy Tesla. But if you're looking for significant gains, we're getting to the point now where once these altcoins blow up, like once Bitcoin hits $30,000, Cardano booms over 80 cents or $1. Ethereum goes over $2,500. Matic's $2, will be almost at all-time highs. Litecoin gets up to $150. Theta is $2. Like, it gets to the point like you're missing out on these giant ROI gains all because you were scared to buy in the bear market. So you got to pull your head out of your ass. We've seen this every cycle. Nothing has changed. Just plays you cryptos R Us George. This is how it goes every 3 or 4 years. You got guys like Data Dash. I did my video yesterday basically leading their followers right into the gutter. And that's why I made this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, flat out, where I'm following the 4-year cycles. I've been saying that for a year. If you don't believe in the 4-year cycles, there's no reason to even watch this channel. But if you believe in the 4-year cycles, because I've been in this market since 2017 and I've learned that they're almost always right, and from what George just showed, they're following to a T from 2019, we're in the exact same spot we were right now in 2019. A year after that, we went bull market. I fully expect a year from now us to be in a full-fledged bull market. $40,000, $50,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year is not, would not surprise me. So, folks, you still got some time, but it's getting to the point where eventually these altcoins are gonna double from where they are right now. It might not be for a couple months, but once Bitcoin finds its safe spot around over $25,000, $30,000, all that money is going to pour out of Bitcoin and go right into these altcoins, and then you're done. Because once Cardano goes over $1, like I said, what's the point? Like, we're here for giant gains, and a lot of these people who are afraid to buy now, who are afraid to buy a couple months ago, you're very emotional people, and you're probably not going to have the balls to buy at all, to be honest with you. Or you'll buy when everybody's talking about Bitcoin. It's all over the news again. Jim Cramer comes out and says he was wrong about Bitcoin and he's taken a position. And then you bought with the dumb money. So that's not be the dumb money. Anyway, folks, that's pretty much it. We just got rejected off $25,000, so which is what's been happening. We're still at $24,800. Eventually, we're going to blow past $25,000, and the rocket ship continues, following those 4-year cycles to a T. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody. Look up the 4-year cycles. That's all you got to do to make money in this market. And it's so easy. Even a monkey could do it, but there's so much negativity out there with the Jim Cramer telling you not to buy, your family telling you not to buy, your friends telling you you're stupid, and the negativity all over the place. When Bitcoin was at $15,000, everybody telling you it was going to zero. Peter Schiff comes out of the woodwork, and people are just too emotional, and you shoot yourself in the foot when you follow the dumb money. All right, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.